let's solve the inequality 1 over x plus 1 plus 1 over x plus 5 is less than or equal to 1 over x plus 8. For this, first note that x cannot equal -1, -5, and -8. And so we can turn this inequality as an equality. So I could just write it like this without the inequality. And the goal here is, can we get rid of the denominators and solve for x? So we can do that by multiplying both sides with at least common denominators, which is x plus 1 times x plus 5 times x plus 8. And when I multiply that with the first fraction, the x plus 1 cancels. In the second fraction, the x plus 5 cancels. And the last fraction, x plus 8 cancels. And so now we can expand this. We have x squared plus 13x plus 40. And then x squared plus 9x plus 8 equals x squared plus 6x plus 5. I can cancel one of the x squares from each side. I have x squared. 13x plus 9x is 22x. 40 plus 8 is 48 equals 6x plus 5. We'll move the 6x over to get 16x and the 5 to get 43. From here, we're going to use a quadratic formula and get -16 plus or minus the square root of 84 over 2, which we can simplify as -16 plus or minus 2 root 21 over 2, which is -8 plus or minus root 21. And so now I need to see when this is true, when this inequality is true. So I'm going to plot the points on a number line. So the points we're interested in are the ones that are not defined. In other words, when the denominator is 0, and then the -8 plus or minus root 21. So we're going to go in order from smallest to greatest. And so we want to plug it back into the original, which was 1 over x plus 1 plus 1 over x plus 5 is less than or equal to 1 over x plus 8. So the idea is you want to plug in numbers in these different ranges. And I'm going to circle the ones that's undefined just to keep that in mind. And so we're going to test each number in each region. So when we do that, we see that any number less than -8 minus root 21 works. Between -8 and -5. Between 8 plus root 21 and -1. And so we're going to combine these. Remember that this is less than or equal to, so you need to be careful about what you include. We don't want to include -8, -5, and -1. But we're going to include -8 minus root 21. So we're going to put a bracket there. And then we're going to skip over to -8, but don't include it, as well as -5. And then we want to include -8 plus root 21. And then we're going to stop at -1, but we don't want to include it. So this will be the final answer.